She lost her last election and holds no political office. Yet, Democrat Stacey Abrams is emerging as one of the most important figures in the race for the U.S. Senate, especially among Republicans. Video that has newly emerged on social media shows U.S. Senator Kelly Loeffler embracing Abrams in 2018 before Loeffler entered politics. 11 Alive's Doug Richards takes a look at why Abrams.
Stacey Abrams lost her race for governor in 2018, and she decided against running for anything at all in 2020. Yet the Democrats' visibility still remains high this year, thanks, at least in part, to two ambitious Republicans. When she ran for governor in 2018, Stacey Abrams made an appearance on the court at a WNBA game with one of the team's owners, now U.S. Senator Kelly Loeffler.
Leader Abrams is the Democratic nominee for governor of Georgia.
Loeffler is seen returning an embrace from Abrams and applauding afterward, which speaks volumes to fellow Republican Doug Collins.
When the wording came across then, the Democratic governor of Georgia, you saw how Kelly's face brightened up and she clapped and they hugged. This just shows that relationship's deeper.
Congressman Collins is trying to unseat Senator Loeffler in a special election in November.
I'm Kelly Loeffler. I approve this message.
But Collins has been getting some of the same treatment in a TV ad produced by Loeffler's campaign, visually based on a photo Collins and Abrams took together over a decade ago when both were in the Georgia legislature.
That's typical politician Doug Collins. He voted with Stacey Abrams over 300 times.
So they hope by attaching their opponent to Stacey Abrams, they can give the impression that their opponent is not sufficiently Republican, that perhaps they're too moderate.
Abrams herself is actually a full-throated backer of Democrat Raphael Warnock, who is also running against Loeffler and Collins in the special election. There are 18 other candidates in the U.S. Senate special election, in addition to Loeffler, Warnock, and Collins. But those three candidates seem to hope that by introducing Stacey Abrams' name into the mix, they will bring to undecided voters more clarity and not less.